Okay, new unit, new lesson, and today we are talking about ratios. So, ratio, the definition, it's a comparison of two quantities, all right, two numbers, by division. And ratios can express a part to part, a part to whole, or a whole to part relationship. So you really need to read the words and read the situation so you know what exactly they are talking about. There's three different forms, and you could have A to B, where the variables A and B are numbers, and you literally have that word 2 there, so 5 to 4, okay? Or A to B with the two dots, or as a fraction, A over B. There are three ways to represent a ratio, and those are them. And you say them all, A to B, A to B, A to B. All right, that's how you would say them all. So, for example, express the ratio 12 baskets in 18 attempts as a fraction in simplest form and explain its meaning. So, if you give me a second here. All right, so we have 12 baskets over 18. We need to write that in simplest form. This is what we've spent so much time doing. Yes, bells should be going off that it's even, but you guys should also know that you can divide both of them by 6, and that would give you, lowest terms right away, 2/3. So what that means is that for every 3 shots attempted, she made 2 of them. Alright, so she made 2 shots out of every 3. Alright, so we can even write that. Wow, that's sloppy handwriting. Made 2 shots, and you know a shot is a basket. Made 2 shots for every 3 attempts or tries. Okay? Now, when you have ratios involving measurements, when writing the ratio, both of the quantities should have the same unit of measure. So, for example, in part A, express the ratio 8 ounces to 3 pounds as a fraction in simplest form. Well, if we've got, and I want it as a fraction, so 8 ounces, I need some labels here. 8 ounces out of 3 pounds, all right, with measurements like this, all right, it needs to be the same. So I'm going to give you a conversion chart tomorrow. I do not expect you to memorize all of this, all right. I will give you a conversion chart. Some stuff I have to look up too, all right. But one thing is, I know that there are 16 ounces in a pound. So if I take 16 out for every ounce, 16 ounces for every pound. All right, so 16 ounces in 1 pound. So how many ounces are there in 3 pounds? That would be 48 ounces. So this is actually going to be 8 ounces to 48 ounces. And I want it in simplest terms. I know I can divide both of these by 8. And what I would get is 1 ounce out of 6 ounces. All right, 1 to 6. That would be my ratio there. In the second one, express the ratio 15 inches to 1 foot as a fraction in simplest form. All right, so I've got 15 inches to 1 foot. I want everything to be the same, so I'm going to change them to inches. You guys probably know how many inches are in a foot. So it's 15 inches to 12 inches. There's 12 inches in a foot. And to reduce that, I know I could divide them both by 3. And that's going to leave me with 5. I keep forgetting these labels. I'm sorry. 5 inches out of, or 5 to 4 inches. Now, yes, this is an improper fraction, but because we're talking about ratios, there's no mixed numbers in ratios. Leave it as an improper fraction. Remember, an improper fraction is not a wrong fraction. Alright, so tomorrow we are going to practice a lot of these. Alright, see you then.